Chapter 699. The expression on Emil's face changed drastically at this time. He was scared to death in an instant, and he could not help but feel very desperate at this point. How could he possibly live and sleep with pigs? How could he possibly eat what pigs ate? That was too fucking sick, wasn't it? Besides that, the pigsty was a very messy and disgusting environment. Moreover, the smell of the pigs was also very nasty and smelly. He would definitely feel very sick if he was forced to sleep with all the dirty and smelly pigs. Furthermore, the food fed to the pigs were always leftovers. Due to the lack of air circulation and the sultry temperature in the pigsty, the leftover food fed to the pigs would usually be rotten within a few hours. What would happen to his health and body that he has taken such good care of for so many years if he had to eat this kind of food? He even has to live with the pigs for a week. He was afraid that he would belch for the whole entire week there. As he thought about this, Emil hurriedly begged Don Steven, "Don Steven, please be merciful and forgive me. I really do not want to sleep and live with the pigs in the pigsty. That place is simply too dirty and nauseating. I cannot stand it." Don Steven sneered before he said, "You can't stand it? All right then. I will double the duration of your punishment. You will spend 2 weeks living with the pigs." Emil could not help but wail out loud. Don Steven warned, "You're crying? All right then, I will add another week to your punishment." Trump felt that since Emil had already been beaten up so badly, there was no need to send him to live with the pigs in the pigsty for 3 weeks. Therefore, he said, "It's okay. I think there isn't a need to send him to live with the pigs at the pigsty. That place is really very smelly and dirty." Don Steven nodded before he said, "Yes, you're right. The pigsty is indeed a very dirty and smelly place. That is the reason why I've never had the intention of running a pigsty." At this time, Don Steven suddenly thought of something and he said excitedly, "By the way, I own a dog farm in the suburbs where I keep all my expensive fighting dogs. I can just send this guy there and ask my men to chop him up and feed him to the dogs instead. That will save us all a lot of effort and worry. Besides that, my dog farm is also very clean and hygienic. I think that he'll definitely like it there." As soon as Emil heard his words, he was so frightened that he wet his pants. If he could live, who would be willing to die? It would be better for him to live than to die. So what if he had to eat and sleep with the pigs? He would accept that. Emil was very eager and desperate to survive. Therefore, he pleaded immediately, "Don Steven, please have mercy on me. Just send me to the pigsty to live with the pigs." Don Steven nodded in satisfaction before he said, "Take him down to the dirtiest pigsty that you can find in the city." After that, a few strong men came forward before they dragged the bruised and swollen Emil away from the room. The guests seated around the table were all in shock. When Mr. Ralph and the other directors witnessed this scene, they could not stop their faces from twitching. They felt that Emil was really suffering from a very horrible and miserable fate. However, Emil could only blame himself and take the responsibility for his own actions. If he had not treated Trump so badly, would he have ended up in this situation? As Emil was sent away to enjoy his 3 weeks customized luxurious tour of the pigsty, Don Steven said respectfully to Trump, "Mr. Richard, that guy had just pissed on the ground out of fear. In order to give you and your guests a better dining experience, I would like to invite you to move to the diamond room at Black Pepper. Moreover, all of your expenses here tonight will be borne by Black Pepper." Mr. Ralph and the rest of the directors were all shocked when they heard Don Steven's words. What? Did they hear him correctly? It was already very unbelievable that the underground mobster boss of Oris Hill would actually be so respectful towards Trump. However, Don Steven was even offering Trump the most expensive and luxurious diamond room in Black Pepper just to please him. There were only a handful of people in the whole of Oris Hill who would be eligible and qualified to book the diamond room in Black Pepper. Since Don Steven wanted to curry favor with Trump, he was directly expressing his intention of allowing him to use and dine in the Diamond Room for free. Who would actually believe it if word about this matter were to spread out to the public?